Hi friends, this is the top of my makeup room desk. Post Emily Awards, post holiday. It's looking pretty messy. I've also got my entire face of the day sitting over here too, but I was just staring at this the other day thinking, what do I do? Where do I begin? And I thought maybe I'd do a video on it and just literally share what's on the desk, and it might bring up some conversations even about some things that haven't been talked about enough, and I can start putting it away, make some changes, but sort of chat as we go. So let's do this. I'll make sure I show an after, when we're all done here, but I thought just having the camera pointed down at this the entire time or trying to hold my phone with my hand the whole video would be sort of hard. So hello, my friends. I thought I would outline my face of the day first. I did on purpose keep that stuff out. I'm wearing my Ambient Soft Glow foundation today from Hourglass. I do need a pretty good staying power day today, so I thought I'd go with something I feel like I can count on, and this does well for me pretty consistently. I wear the shade 5 in this. It always looks a little bit yellow when I first put it on, but by the time we get the finished look, I feel like it all comes together. I use my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind and Brightener. I know I left this out on the table because I've been wanting to make sure I use that more. I grabbed out my Huda Beauty concealer, which I just felt like I hadn't used this one in a while. The shade I think is just called Honey. It's very, very light and brightening. I use my One Size loose powder, which is among my favorite loose powders, I would say. My Huda Glowish elsewhere on the face, so I can be set but not look super dry. Today I used my Persona stick in Sahara. I often reach for Dune, but I forget that I have Sahara, which was actually the first one I started loving from this line, so it's just a little darker. And I'm starting to put these things away now. As far as the eyes go, I've just gotten frustrated with myself. I feel like I need to work in more color. It doesn't have to be loud and like an entire circus on my lids every day, but like I feel the need to work in more color. So today I used my Maple Syrup Pancakes palette from Too Faced. I like this one because I feel like there's plenty in terms of like neutral setup. So I use some of this in the crease. There's, some mid-tone browns we can work with there. And then some of this like sparkly plum on the outer lid. And I love this Breakfast in Bed shade. This pretty lilac is kind of taking over about 2/3 of the lid. And I just love that shade so much. So that was a pleasure. That was really nice to use, and that is currently up in my palette storage thing back there. That's where I got that from. And I will probably redo that for the remainder of winter. I still have a number of what I would call fall things right now up in that little display. So I'm gonna put this back. For lashes today, I did my Essence Lash Primer and I layered it up with the Estee Lauder Turbo Lash. If I haven't shown that one yet, it looks like this. It's got a real, I love the brush. It's like thick, and we do mustache mode. Thick little short stubby bristles with quite a bit of product like in there that you can see, and it layers on top of the primer really nicely. It's like the primer makes more out of my lashes, so this rather bulky formula has a little more to go off of as opposed to just my natural lashes. So that was good, and this is the primer I'm talking about, the Essence one. And then my lip today, I used my Buxom lip liner in Dangerous Dolly. I really do like applying these Buxom liners. They're a thicker liner. They're kind of a teardrop shape as opposed to just a skinny pencil or a typical standard size pencil. So I went all around and filled in my lips with that. And then the color looks just a little brightened up and lightened up from that shade with the addition of this hard candy stuff. This is the shade Meet Cute. And I'm trying to remember what the actual name of this product is. I think it's a lip melt. And you twist it up and it's just about exactly like the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lips stuff where you put it on and all that product transfers right down onto your lips and it looks shiny like a gloss, but you get that sheer amount of color too. And these smell like a little bit coconutty. I really like them. They're super comfortable to wear. And layered on top of a lip liner, you get a little bit more color satisfaction. I don't think I talked about what I have on my cheeks today, but the Laura Geller Cheek to Chic palette, the Tropical Glow face palette. Loving this. I've used this a ton ever since I got it. So on top of that Sahara contour stick, I use the Tahitian Glow bronzer shade. I'm wearing the Honeysuckle blush. See how the blush is just a little bit toasty and kind of glowy? And we layered up both of these highlighters. So the subtle one with the French vanilla that kind of practically evens out, smooths, brightens, and then the ultimate shimmer in this Dulce de Leche shade. I mean, it is so bold. So that palette was sitting out on my desk as well. So now we're just gonna begin. I don't know if this video is gonna be interesting or not. I'm just gonna start grabbing for, let's see, complexion types of things. This Merit stick, here's an example of something like I don't discuss a lot, but I use it frequently. This is the stick, it's called the Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Stick, and I have it in the shade Bone. And I know I have talked about Merit. I've done a video on some of their like minimalist stuff, but this little stick is a really good touch-up product for me. So if I'm coming up here and let's say the state of my face is overall fairly even, but I can see some wear down around the nose and maybe like the zit I'd been concealing is now kind of visible again, I'll just kind of run over those places with a little bit of this and then set it with a light bit of powder. And I find I just really enjoy the texture of this stick. It's not too emollient creamy, like it's plenty creamy enough to easily glide across the skin with light pressure, but not so creamy that it's sticky on top of, you know, a full face of makeup. So it's kind of perfect in touch-up mode for me. Do I want to just leave this handy somewhere because I like keeping it out? Do you ever get that way? That's probably the reason for half this clutter is I like a certain strategy and I want it to stay front of mind, you know? For now, I'm gonna keep this out because I feel like it truly is justified for being on top of the desk at all times. This thing, this little phone holder to do like TikToks and more stuff on my phone. I can't adjust the angle of the tilt. I don't know, whenever I put my phone on this, I've got to add something to make it look right. So I'm gonna sit this aside in my corner with some other equipment. There we go, we got rid of something. Okay, whew, this is hard. My brush thing, that can be scooted back and that lessens the look of the chaos. Oh, my new Infallible Pro Glow. Love this, and I can go ahead. I need to put all the complexion stuff back in my drawer for foundation-y type stuff because I know what I have. I have 3 different drawers. I have one that's tinted moisturizers, one that's full coverage, one that's medium coverage. I wouldn't even absolutely have to separate things out that far, but because I have the room, that's what I do, and that's what's easy for me. I don't need to have this stuff sitting on my desk for me to think about it. You know, I'm gonna pretty much use a foundation every day. I will check there. I will not forget. These are my Dermablend Flawless Creator Drops, another really nice full coverage option from Dermablend. A little bit more to it, I would say a little bit heavier, more concentrated product than their CC cream, but both are really good full coverage options. My new Glossier Stretch Fluid Foundation in Light 2, I've been loving this. I think this is a really good foundation for a natural look. It's paired well with different concealers, whether I want to go lighter, more full coverage. I've really been liking that. Oh, my new Laura Geller Corrector. I've been loving this too. If I want to go a little bit more for a straight up color correction, more of a distinctly peachy tone than my e.l.f. or my Becca and Smashbox. It's a nice option there. I like the texture. Oh, this little CoverGirl color correcting serum primer moisturizer thing. I like this. This is only out because it's kind of a bulky size, and I think I doubted whether I could fit it in my primer drawer, but I'm gonna try. Oil blotting sheets. Yeah, I forgot I got these. Yes, that should stay out, but it should stay out and be seen. We remove some of the riffraff and we'll be able to see that, okay? So I'm gonna real quick like put away some of these things. I was able to fit the CoverGirl primer back in there. Now we've got a ton of lip products. Ooh, we have another, I call this a primer. This face glaze from the In Beauty project. I think if I put it in with the primers, even though it can be layered on top, that makes most sense to my brain where to find it. Empty box, blotting kind of Kleenex. We will throw that away. Let's look for lip liners because I do have a good lip liner system. It's this little holder here, and you're probably thinking, man, what a bunch of lip liners. But the first part of it, I keep my Superstay matte ink crayons, and I have a couple of these NYX Lingerie push-ups that operate about the same way. Those go in the front part. Then, like, favorite lip liners go in the next part. That's Revlon Hard Candy and Buxom. And then Overflow of Nudes, Overflow of Pink and Reds, and Berries. And I just kind of slide that back over here. It's between my makeup mirror and another little organizer thing. So I'm going to gather all of the lip liners that are sitting on this desk. Okay, that wasn't quite as bad as I thought. Oh yeah, the Instapout lip liner in Boyfriend. I don't talk about this one a whole bunch, but if you want something brownish, let's show. It's nice. I really do kind of like that color. I had bought MAC Cork, which is another one that's been lingering out here on the table. And I feel like I like this hard candy shade even better than Cork. I'll swatch Cork next to it. Cork is lacking any bit of pink, and I think that's my issue there. I like this kind of cooler with a little more pinky in it. This is very warm, a lot of tan in Cork, really, when you look at it that way. Okay, so I'll put that in with the general nudes. It's getting tight in there. And then, oh, I've been loving these. These can go in with the favorites. These Essence Stay 8-Hour lip liners. These have been really good. I have a softer kind of dusty rose called Just Perfect, and I like this one called Honest too. This shade, you know what I mean when I say berry red? I'm not even meaning like the cool toned red. I'm just meaning like a really deepened rosy type of color. Love those. And I like how their caps are a little bit different. They're at a slant and you can see that Essence E there. So if you're looking down on stuff, you can immediately tell what they are. Oh, my little dollar store, dollar store rollerball. Even not in a makeup fridge, it feels good, but it'll feel even better if I keep it in the fridge. So I'll put it there. I think I need to start keeping some treats in the makeup fridge. Oh, the Glossier Mint and Balm.com. I've been using that a lot as I just get started with my makeup look. Also, the Swiss Miss one. Yes, enjoy both of those. The mint goes here because it's colorless. The Swiss Miss will go in with the like kind of tinted lip balm area. Goodness, what do I grab next? Any other kind of tinted balm things? This Bobbi Brown, the extra lip tint with the pinky tone. This was something I'd tried in the past and I got it. I did that Bobbi Brown video, right, with the holiday stuff. And I felt like this gave more color than I ever remembered it giving to the lips. But I have a place for that. Oh, we have some of these little things from Winky Lux. This was a cool little holiday set that never got mentioned. They've got their little like rounded off design. These all stain your lips a bit pinky. There's the gold one, the purple one, rose gold tube, and they all look like they've got sparkle. I haven't worn these a lot on my lips. I just kind of played with them one fine day. But I remember thinking when I tried them on, are they all just doing the same thing to my lips ultimately? I'm gonna swatch them on my hand and see if you can tell. You can see some shimmer off of these, by the way. Just stand by. See how they're all doing roughly the same thing? The gold one, I swatched that right down here. It might be a little warmer than the others. The other two just look like, you know, sheer pink. That's the one that was in the rose gold packaging. That's the one that was in the purple packaging. So cool and all, but yeah, now they really look like they're all doing the same thing. This one, which, I mean, it looks like an absolute little goddess here, right? That one does appear to have the most shimmer, but that's about the only way I can differentiate those. But I have a place where I would keep those. I call that on the level of about like a tinted lip balm. Oh, I've got this Maryland one too that was from that collection. Remember how that kind of gave our lips a subtle tint and it had that rose scent, complete and total rose. Anything else in this category that's out? Oh, my Dior. I feel like I'd like to keep this more handy because I love it so much, but my heart's telling me we got to stop favoring things because that keeps me from looking back in my drawers. So that's going to go in with the tinted stuff too. Oh, this one from Lawless. I like these. These are their Forget the Filler balms. So I feel like some things came out really quick from Lawless. You know, they've always got their Forget the Filler glosses. Everybody knows what those are. And then like the balms came out and then lipsticks came out. And the balms almost kind of got a little bit under the radar, but Lover, this shade, rich with moisture. They almost need a little warming up to fully do their thing on your lips, you know, but it's kind of like that soft red. I love it. Last call for any tinted balms. Now I've got this little lipstick holder out here where I like to keep some things that I'm really presently enthused about, want to keep front of mind. So there is that option for some things. Oh, here's the other Bobbi Brown one. Yes. Oh, this Bare Raspberry. So pretty. I do want to keep that one out. That one gets to be part of the VIP section. We'll take out a couple other things, putting these away, and then we'll do a little progress check of the area. We're down to lipsticks, glosses, a powder stack, some other face stuff. When I mentioned getting my brushes out of the way, like sometimes when I'm working with them, the brushes are out here, and I kind of slide them back there. Put that guy there. This is the little VIP lip stand where I'm really liking those lip melts, so I want to keep those there. The couple of tinted shades of Persona, and then I've got some other spots up for grabs where I can keep some things I absolutely want out there. This PR cube back here with a bunch of NARS stuff in it, I'm probably going to scoot that out. I just don't think it needs to sit right there. Another thing here, lip liner wise, this Refi thing that I got for Christmas, it's the lip liner plus the lip setter. That works surprisingly well, by the way. It felt like just kind of smooth and balmy on the lips, but that lip liner actually hung around a long time. I'm going to keep that in the little front and center area. My little Laneige lip sleeping mask in the caramel apple. I do want to keep one of these up here. I'll put it up high. These two things still need to go back downstairs from the Emily Awards. I've got multiple of the Lawless downstairs, so they've been taking over for my watermelon and my e.l.f. Let's put away remaining face things that I can find. Oh, the Revlon Skin Lights. Love this highlighter. I have not put it away since I got it. Like, Emily Award winner. The shade is Daybreak Glimmer. It's awesome. I got two of my Lil Essence blushes. They can go back. Those are the shades Befitting, which is a dusty rose, and Beloved, a little bit brighter pink. I really enjoy both of those. Oh, my new Milani Cheek Kiss in Merlot Moment. It's rosy cheeks just in an instant. These were the two new to me colors in the little Merit sampler this year. It's Fox and Rouge, and then it also came with Beverly Hills, but I had that one from last year. So we can be putting these things away. So I'll go ahead and stow away these blushes. A real stack of powders has accumulated here, which is not necessary, but it's just kind of happened. I've got this Easy Bake and Snatch. Now this is kind of part of the touch-up routine. I mentioned the Merit stick, and then what I'll do is throw a little bit of this on top. This powder, I have it in the shade Cupcake. I think I talked about in another video how I like this well enough. I don't love it in the initial application, just the thickness of it, immediately baking the under eye, but I like using it with a soft little brush. This is the little Profusion setting powder brush. Comes in that great trio of Profusion face brushes, and I'll pick up a little bit, and if I'm late in the day and I'm wanting just a little pick-me-up and maybe the concealer isn't looking so fresh, I sort of go over this area. I try to go all the way up here with it. It gives you that little bit of lift. I don't really need it right now, but I'm just showing you. I'll dab it basically all around the T-zone for a little added brightness, mattification, perfection. These two have been the touch-up masters, you know? And we've got the blotting papers. I got some little baby mini sponges that came from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna put those in a small drawer over here where I keep sponges, okay? Back to the powders. We've got the Essence Brighten Up, that's a thumbs up. Infallible, sometimes I touch up with this as well, especially if I'm not going in with any additional concealer. Sometimes I'll just use this as a touch-up, but I think it can go back in the drawer. Fit Me Loose powder, just getting lazy, I guess. I'm not gonna forget about it. It's a top favorite. CoverGirl Clean Matte, one of my newer powders, but not like a whoa, it needs to be on top of my desk at all times. This is the Laura Mercier. It's the Real Flawless Luminous Perfecting Pressed Powder in Translucent. That looks kind of pretty all over. Hard Candy Sheer Envy Translucent. That's a real meh. And both of my Dermablend powders, both the Banana Brightening one and the just purely translucent. Let's figure this out. It's gonna be a puzzle because powders are bulky. And my little Puff, she just always stays out here. Yes, you can stay. I got some puzzling to do. I'll be back. Give me a 1,000 piece jigsaw puzzle any day over that. That drawer was chaotic. Mark my words, hold me accountable. Powder declutter must come soon. Not one more powder can enter that drawer. Glosses. We're gonna go through glosses here. I've got a roll-on from LA Colors. This was good. This was a Dollar Tree. Nostalgic. Oh, full-on watermelon. And it's clear. And it has a very like lip oil feel. I have this little thing that was made for me by Belle at school. Once upon a time, it's a little watermelon like cup. There was a plant in it for Mother's Day. And I have my Milani Fruit Fetish in there. And I had these in there because I thought they kind of looked fun and whimsical in a small child-made flower pot. But this really has the same consistency of a lot of lip oil stuff, so I'll let her live in there too because she looks fun. Lawless Forget the Filler. I have a lip plumper zone, especially lip plumpers that don't have a ton of color, so I'll put that in that drawer. Essence Extreme Shine Volume Gloss. Absolutely love that formula. These Bobbi Brown Crushed Oil Infused Glosses were an excellent surprise. I just wore one of those yesterday, the one called Free Spirit. Beautiful feel on the lips. Absolutely love that. I've got a Buxom gloss in Natalie, this soft red. Actually, I have a little basket where those can be. I'll put the Bobbi Brown there too. Just a newer lip product basket over here. But these Essence ones, I have a certain place where those go. Neutrogena Hydro Boost in Berry Brown. That's kind of newish too for me. Essence Lip Care Booster Lip Serum. That can go up here with colorless balm treatment type things. We've got the MAC Lip Glass in Oyster Girl. Remember that. Laura Geller Treat and Go Tinted Lip Oil in the shade Runner Up. Liquid lipstick wise, the Gwen Stefani Red Lip. Oh, I do love that so much. It's called Original Recipe. Beautiful holiday red. That's everything that's not an actual lipstick. Also, oh, the Summer Fridays stick. This is a lip and cheek in Heat Wave. It's that beautiful red color. I'm gonna put that down with the cream blushes. That's where I'll know to look for that. This has been sitting here forever. Unused. Wet n Wild 5-in-1 Essence Primer Liquid. I bought this, I've just never put it into action. Should I be using it? I think it should be over here with like the serums. There, it's got a little spot over there by the skincare stuff. This little pouch of some chubby NARS sticks can go over here. We are down to only lipsticks. Patrick Ta Complicated, that matte lipstick in that beautiful deep shade. I adore it. I will not forget about you, but I will put you with your coordinating lip storage. These Revlon Color Stay Suede inks were really good for me. Excellent staying power. One, this really rich berry called In the Zone. Another one called No Rules, kind of your everyday muted dusty rose. I originally didn't fully appreciate those. They are kind of a drier feel on the lips, but you gotta respect the fact that they do wear very well. We've got our MAC Viva Glam 2. That'll go up with the nude lip section. A couple of my Glow Paradise products from L'Oreal. We have Nude Heaven and we have Beige Eden. Both shiny, creamy, lightweight feeling nudes. From Lawless, one of their lipsticks, this Little Lady Daisy shade in that beautiful pink. I have loved that, and I love the magnetic closures. Product that really came in and grabbed me this year were these from Laura Mercier. These kind of shimmery finish, slim stick lipsticks. Lighter shades that showed a good amount of shimmer, deeper, more colorful shades that had a nice satiny finish to them. Truly enjoyed these. We'll continue to grab for them. Hourglass, the shades Haze and Slip in their little click up lip products. We talked about those from Hard Candy as well, where they click up. That whole bit of product transfers down onto the lips, and then you get some sheer color and a gloss-like shine. Those are those products from Hourglass. One day for a red lip, I used Consuming Red Velvet Matte Lip Pencil from NARS. I thought it was a nice kind of blotted lip effect that I did with it because I put it on and I sort of tapped over it to make it more sheer. Merit's lipstick in Tiger, beautiful luxurious packaging, but we've got to remove things from the surface of the desk. Bare Affair from Revlon, just featured that in a video. Gorgeous nude lip, classic. Couple of Laura Geller lipsticks here. I don't think she's still making her Smart Pout transfer proof lipstick, but I have that out in the shade Brilliant. It's a nude. And then also have out one of her Italian marble lipsticks in the shade Strawberry Toffee. Look how interesting this shade is. It's like medium corally pink swirled with bronze. Magnetic closure. Turns out to be a really pretty shade on the lips. And I've got my new Lancome color, which I may keep this out. This is so new to me. The Exotic Orchid shade that came in the holiday stuff. Really pretty color. They're creamy, deep pink berry. Pop that there. Okay, I'm gonna put away all this lip stuff and then we'll update you on what's happening. Look at it now, friends. It needs to be wiped down, but we've got it cleared. I need to wipe down my Cookie Monster mirror too, but here's my little station of like, want to grab for it. Currently want to make sure I use some lip products. There's my touch-up stuff, which I have a sweet little dish that I think I'm going to put those things in, and that'll help me keep it to just a few things. The Huda powder, the Merit stick. This I don't really use to touch up with so much, but it's just there. And then I've got this stack to do something about. So my Chic to Chic Laura Geller palette here, absolutely loving it. And I have an area right over here with some full face palettes that I think I can hopefully slide that into. Pretty grunge. I feel like this palette screams wintertime, and when I redo my little palette curation station, I think this will be in there, so I'm going to go ahead and sit it up on top of those drawers. I will do the same for this Lancome palette and also my Ultimate Hidden Gems palette from Laura Geller too. And there's little Rudolph. On days I wasn't really shooting videos, I reached for this one a lot. I actually adore this palette. Just generally speaking, not even considering like holiday cuteness, I love these shades and I love the quality of these shades. I will keep this out in my wintertime station too. The one remaining product here is this Laura Geller Pink Buttercream Eye Quad, which I have gone ahead and used. I do really enjoy it. I don't love that those top two shades are so close, but quality-wise, I think it's really good and I like the look that it gives. So there's your mini review. I'm going to put this down with smaller eye quads. And there we have it, friends. A clean tabletop. I mean, it needs to actually be cleaned, but a decluttered tabletop. It feels so good. So friends, let me know if you enjoyed this style of doing things for cleanup. You all know that periodically things get this way and this has to happen. So it was just a nice way to, I think, reference some different products that might not always get talked about a lot in videos, or just explain why I was keeping something so handy for myself, you know? So thank you for watching, and I will see you all again very soon. I love you. Bye.